Hey dude, it's Thub.
And Wubb.
And we are having a pretty good year as far as game pickups go. Right now though, we're gonna go get a free lunch. Because it's that time of year. There it is, boys. Free Stampede lunch. It's a rainy day. Perfect day for video games. Why don't you guys have a look at all the how the other video game pickups have gone, and we'll get right back to you. Hey, so I just got back from a game pickup, which normally I would, you know, just show you the game. It was this one. It's like a good one. But I figured I might as well have a look around and go exploring while I was out there. And I ended up with a bunch of wires, some weird little heater thing, a battery, a bed frame, a whole bunch of fabric, and, oh, where did my clown? Yeah, and this little guy, which, I have a friend who likes clowns, so that'll be great. And $15 worth of bottles, so I paid for the trip. Oh, and this is a bag of clothes that I found that I'm going through, and I found hot pants. They fit! Oh wow. I found another great deal in Kijiji. One of the final gems for my Wii collection. I've been wanting it for a while, but goodness, it was expensive. Finally started to come down. My co-pilot's back there going through the manual.
So there's an 8P guard.
Reading the manual. Xenoblade Chronicles. Bought it on Kijiji. Guy sold it to me for $40. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Ding. This one's supposed to be good. $10. Went and picked up that Wii Party game and some Wendy's because I gotta have my food. And of course, I stopped in dumpsters on the way home because, you know, I always have a peek. And well, I found this range hood. I'm not sure how I'm going to test it, but I'll find a way. Found that thing, which just needs a little wheel, but I've got a little wheel for it. I'm sure those sell really easily. And these aluminum side rails for a truck. You could probably sell them the way they are. That might be wise. I'm not really sure how to check what vehicle they're for. But while I was hopping in that dumpster, the person who lived there came out, and, you know, just to see what was going on, said hello. I said, hey. We got to chatting. He offers me a beer. So now I've got a beer to go with my Wendy's, and the consumption of alcohol is not something that I feature on this channel, but the acquisition of alcohol, especially out of kindness, that's something I'll feature. It's raining sideways out there, but we're out on a game pickup. Okay, it's a Kijiji pickup, it's not a game. Check this out. Back already. So, what I picked up, a Nintendo DS. Fat. The OG in silver. Got this bad boy for $5 because, see the top screen? It's all jacked up. No big deal. I happen to have all the donor parts I need. It's game pickup o'clock. What time is it? What? Great job, loser. Boom. Odin Sphere. If you're not familiar, that's okay, you should be though. This hunt got a little bit ridiculous because I was looking around on eBay to find a good one at a good price, and they were all over like $40, $50 Canadian after it was shipped kind of thing. So I just picked this up for $25. I actually did buy it on eBay, but not technically, because one of the ones that I found he was based out of Calgary, so I just sent him a message and asked if I could come over and buy it. So even though Uberism81 might not actually want people to do that, maybe he'd be willing if someone was just going to show up. Maybe not. I don't know. The internet's a scary place. But this guy didn't mind, so I even bartered him down to $25, so that was pretty sweet. Thank you. Primo. Now, I was watching one of Bearded Diver's pickup videos. I think it was the April one. And I think I said, let me know if you have an extra copy of Odin Sphere for the PS2 or Castlevania Symphony of the Night for PlayStation 1. And he responded, you know what, buddy, I think I could help you out. Which is great, but I don't know which title he might have been able to help me out with. And then I worked out this deal, so I'm really, really hoping it was the Castlevania one, because that one would really make my day. But either way, shout out to Bearded Diver for being a bro. So, stoked about Odin Sphere. Whenever I'm out on these game pickups, I like to see if I can make my money back in crap that I find, just for fun. Here's a bin. I had a look. That's a barbecue. Feels good, man. Feels good. Woo! This might be really dumb. This might be so super dumb. Alright, here it is. My big pickup. Super irresponsible. Really shouldn't have spent the money, but I bought a Wii U. I was trying to think of different ways I could fandangle one for like super cheap, but the truth is I really don't think these things are gonna go down in value very much. I think they've pretty much bottomed out because there's just so few of them on the market. So I'm not gonna walk through every title with you. I've arranged them so you can just check them out and see. This is what I got. Those are the titles that I'm actually stoked about, and the rest of these are just kind of, you know, do whatever. And the total for this stack, $230, which is not a small amount of money. But that does seem to be, I think that's probably a pretty good price for this pile of stuff. It is missing the sensor bar in the HDMI cable. I do have a sensor bar. A lot of people like free food. Let me show you this lunch. How's your... Look at the size of that hot dog.
Yeah.
And it comes with a pop and chips. Could also add a hamburger, but everybody wants a hamburger, so the hamburger line is long. Hot dog line, shwoop, shwoop. Food, gimme. So, now, the plan today, we've got all the video game stuff that I've discovered over the last little while in just through dumpster diving, trash picking, all that sort of thing. And I'm pretty sure I could turn it into some stuff that we really want with the help of the video game traders in town. Now, I know the prices are ridiculous and the amount they give you for stuff is like just the absolute bottom price. You're always better just selling something directly to somebody who wants it. But if I can take a bunch of stuff that nobody wants and people threw out and turn it into, you know, maybe I lose a little bit to arbitrage. Is that the word here? Doesn't matter. Let me show you what we're working with here. This is just a box. It's not in great condition. All of this stuff you may have seen me pick up when I got a hold of it. This is proof that my ISO is way too high. There we go. So we got a whole bunch of software here. This one is a Wii game that I don't have the sleeve for. And like not everything here I found. A couple of these came from when David gave me the PS2. Oh, and down there in the bottom we got an Xbox 360 with no hard drive. So we'll see how this goes here at the old video game trader. Okay, that location did not have all the titles we were looking for. So now we're at this location. Yeah, that's right. Calgary has 2 locations for this store. You're in my way. Kaboom! Let's look at this glittering jewel. Not for us. We made a trade, a small stack of games, and the NES box was actually $20 in trade credit. I don't know how much it sells for on eBay. They sell them for $40 and they're competitive with eBay. So that just seemed like a, I don't know, pretty fair way to get a large piece of space back out of the garage. Now what did we get, little guy?
We got Yoshi's Woolly World.
Nice. We've both been looking forward to this one. That's multiplayer, I think.
And on easy, you can fly.
What? Nice. So now we're back, and another game takes its honorary place on the shelf. This is not the whole games collection. This is just the Wii chunk. There's some GameCube down there. It's fairly modest, I would still like to believe. And that's for a reason. I'm definitely never going to have a complete Wii or a complete Wii U collection because there's just so much shovelware out there that it's really not worth the shelf space. I just want it to be very... just the high-end must-plays.
Hi.
There's been a lot of pickups this year. Let me show you a couple of the gems. Between the two of us, we built a stack of games that we're kind of in love with or in love with the idea of playing real soon. One of the ones that I kept hearing about and I just didn't think it was gonna be my jam, and now I cannot wait for the sequel to come out, is Splatoon. Splatoon 2 can't come out fast enough. This game is dope. And anyone...
Splatoon is dope. And Splatoon 2 is gonna be dope because I've watched a few videos and it shows you when your sub weapon is ready.
Anyone who hasn't played it should play it.
So Yoshi's Woolly World is basically you running around collecting yarn pellets, so you can get more Yoshis, and it's just fun. You can put a amiibo on the controller and it'll change Yoshi's appearance. And you can also unlock new Yoshis. The guy in the middle looks weird. Really weird.
And Pikmin 3 is probably the reason why I picked up a Wii U in the first place. I grabbed it because I got a pretty good price on it on Kijiji, and I just figured like maybe it'll appreciate in value since it's the not the Nintendo Select version. But we played it on a friend's Wii U, cousins actually, and we both absolutely loved it. Yeah. So now I had the game and I had to get the system, and absolutely zero regrets. This one, a Wii title, I haven't played it yet, but I'm really looking forward to it because I read up about it. I loved SSX Tricky so much, and then they came out with different ones, taking it in kind of a different, like, explore the mountain direction, which was cool, but what made Tricky so much fun was the way it had so much style in the music and the visual effects that would happen every time you hit an awesome trick, and that was because they had a DJ that put together the soundtrack, and like it left the sound all the way up to him. So SSX Blur, allegedly they went back to the same format of giving one DJ full free reign over the audio feel, and I'm really looking forward to experiencing what he came up with. This game, I think I'm one of 4 people in the world that actually care about. It's not supposed to be good, and it's not valuable, it's not rare, but all the same, I'm super jazzed. Let me tell you why. I think it was the same boys on Sonic Team that created the original Sonic games that were responsible for the creation of Nights into Dreams on the Sega Saturn, the prequel to this game. Now, I love that game so much because of just the colors and the music, and it was just such a wild sense of freedom because, I mean, I was young, and this was a new, being able to explore a 3D world like that with all these sparkles and like you're flying around. And, it was fantastic in both senses of the word, and it blew my tiny mind. And then the sequel that never came. Never came. Never. Until 10 years later, we got this steaming pile of crap, which is terrible. Simply because they took a game that was really, really fun and decided that it had to make sense now. So they put in a storyline and have a whole bunch of terrible voice acting and split all the fun parts up with huge chunks of not fun where you'd have to listen to idiots talk about stuff you didn't care about. And it just could have been great. It could have been everything that the original was, but more. But it wasn't for some. It doesn't matter. This game is their follow-up. The game that this game should have been. It shouldn't even be a Wii U title. It's not a Wii U title. It's not a 3DS title either. Don't let the fact that you can find it on 3DS fool you. Inside here is the game that we ended up getting, as well as the Wii game that the people who were paying attention actually wanted. You basically use the Wii motion controls to fly around this robot with the power of flight between all these floating islands and collecting gems and solving puzzles and unlocking different things, and it's just a fantastic world to have a lot of fun in. Designed from the ground up with a sense of exploring a wide open environment and just being filled with wonder. Don't know if I'll ever get back to the feeling that I had when I was a wee lad playing Nights into Dreams for the very first time, but this is probably the best chance. Not a rare game. Don't rush out to buy it. You probably won't even like it.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland is basically Kirby, where you can be Meta Knight, King Dedede, or you can get a Mega, and you have a Sword Mega, and you can do this. Yeah! Slice the ground with a sword.
This game was super fun for both of us. We had a fantastic time with Kirby's Epic Yarn, and then when you want to turn the difficulty up a little bit, but not really that much, you're still not going to die, Kirby's Return to Dreamland. There's nothing better than crushing enemies and absorbing power-ups in Dreamland with a buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it is a little bit easy, but yeah, doesn't make it less fun. Other than that one PlayStation 2 game, you've probably noticed these are all Nintendo Wii U games. Why? Let me explain that. First off, Wii games are super cheap. Like, most of these I got for $10. Some of them I got for less than $10. A couple of the, like, really high... I mean, I think I got this... I think I got some footage of that, but I paid, like, $30 for... I don't remember how much I paid for that. Less than the cost on eBay. And I think I paid $30 for Return to Dreamland. But, like, Elebits and SSX Blur, I think I got them for $2 when they were clearing them out at EB Games. As I've noticed my buddy Bearded saying, you can't beat it. Now, besides how cheap they are, I actually think they're not a bad investment. And I know video games are not a great way to invest your money so that it increases in value, but Nintendo titles tend to hold their value, and a lot of them increase in value. They seem to bottom out really quickly in their lifespan, and they never go below that. Except for the case of, you know, Wii games where they just super cheap for whatever reason. So maybe they'll never go up. I don't know. If nostalgia for Wii games never hits, then that's not going to happen. But I'm not really grabbing them to sell them anyway. I just think it's really cool to watch something that you bought for $2 go up to like $130. Yeah, I bought Fire Emblem for $10. I also paid too much for other things, like Dokapon Kingdom.
I don't think we did too much on this, though.
Yeah, that's true. The Wii U games were a little bit more. I'm averaging about $20 on a Wii U game. Now, the other thing is, I don't actually play video games that much. I kind of just, I mean, I don't just collect them, but for me, playing video games is more of like a special occasion kind of thing, like a reward after accomplishing something, but more something cool to do, like when you're hanging out with a buddy or something like that. I don't really...
Like me.
Like you. So me, I'm not interested in having whatever the newest game is. I just want a collection of really cool, different, unique options. And Nintendo consoles offer me more unique, exclusive, super fun titles than any other system I can see. So, yeah, I'm a fanboy. It's sort of baked in at this point. But there is a reason. Now, it's still super gross and ugly outside, so I'm going to crank out this video, and then we're going to play some frickin' video games. Which, by the way, I think the videos were sort of a lot of work, and we'd rather get straight to the fun. So we're going to start streaming them as soon as I can figure that out. If I can figure that out, I'll put the link to the Twitch on... I'll actually pin it in the comments section, so it's super easy to find. And I'll be sending out blasts on the Facebook and the Twitter when we're going to start live streaming. So if you want to come hang out with us and play some video games, that's where we're going to be. Either way, leave it better than you found it and keep doing the thing.